All right, we're live,
Awesome. I love being live. It's my favorite thing.
but we don't share the meeting yet until we figure out.
Okay, so what I want to do is I'm gonna go to the
Yeah, go to the page.
just to see what just see what's going on with it. Your channel. And we're live.
Don't share the meeting yet.
Okay.
Until we figure out. All right.
Okay, so what I want to do is I'm gonna go. Our audio is actually crispy today.
Yeah.
And the video looks great too. I'm not upset.
Catch up now, did you?
You coming or what?
All right. I'm gonna mute myself.
We're racing toward the extinction of our species. We not only lack dominion over nature, we're subordinate to it.
Yeah, buddy, that's great.
So the video is showing on live.
So it's showing your screen. What I would recommend is that before you share it, well, I guess you can't. After you share it, you should maximize.
Yeah.
The whole. So, and I would leave subtitles on too in case audio gets choppy.
Sure.
So, and we'll just do it that way. Do you want to go ahead and pull up the other trailers now?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, because I just looked up a few of them.
I think we got I know we got a Doctor Strange.
The Adam Project. I want to see that.
That's a Netflix movie.
Yeah, I know, but they showed the trailer on the Super Bowl. And a movie is a movie is a movie. Don't. This is actually super late. I doubt anybody's going to tune in.
Yeah.
Tonight.
But it's cool. It's still a video at the end of the day.
It is, yes. It is that. Correct. Don't. You stream on YouTube. Copy streaming link. Oh, fire. Okay. Apparently I can do that. Did you get
I got Jurassic World, Doctor Strange, Black Adam.
Did you get Nope?
No, I will pull up Nope.
And then they also previewed Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, which I'm assuming is the television series.
Yes.
So if you want to pull that up, you can too. And obviously you got Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Did you get the Nope movie?
Yeah, I got Nope.
Okay, cool. And the Adam Project and Ambulance was the other one.
Yeah, Ambulance has been out though.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to focus much on that one. That comes out this month, I think.
I'm assuming you're doing the same for The Lost City.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, anything that's not new.
Sure.
And then
I like it. Come on, there we go. Pull up live chat. Fucking watch our chat blow up.
All right. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trailers.
That's all the content we'll need.
Yeah, that should be enough. Since we don't have a lot to talk about. So we can do what did we watch? We can do our movies, give each other another movie for next week, do the trailers, and then that should be I guess we can talk about Euphoria if you want.
I mean, a little bit. We can touch on it.
Or I'll talk about Euphoria.
Yeah, that's fine too.
Do you want to do that before we do the trailers?
Yeah.
It's going to be quick. Okay.
I think the trailers can be the last thing we do before we call it a day.
All right. Sweet. Then you want to do the intro?
I can, yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Silence Your Cell Phones. My name's Kevin. Here, as always, with my buddy. I was going to say your name, but here, as always, with my buddy, Jarrett.
That's me. I'm Jarrett.
And we've got an interesting episode today. It's going to be a little different than what you're used to.
Yeah.
We're evolving. That's all I can say.
We're trying stuff.
We're getting better every week. Now, what I will say as a prelude to this entire thing is that I was a slacker this week, and it was a very busy week, and so I didn't get to as many of the things that we were going to cover on this episode. So we had to pivot, and that's what we're doing.
That's what professionals do, though. I mean, I got stuck at work until 10 o'clock last night, so we couldn't record. And then today we have tornadoes rolling through.
Yeah, so we could literally lose power at any second.
At any moment. But we're dedicated to this. We're dedicated to y'all. So bear with us in our times of trial.
So, Jarrett,
yes, sir.
I'll go ahead and get it out of the way now. What did you watch this week?
I watched 16 Candles.
Nice.
I watched What's Eating Gilbert Grape. I watched Euphoria, the first 4 episodes. I watched the new episodes of Demon Slayer. And then I forget what night it was, but we just watched bad anime. Like, I don't.
Is that the name of an anime?
No. We literally just went through stuff that was like super cringy, and we just watched the first episode.
I watched one of those this week.
What'd you watch?
Latin, a guy that I don't know if you've met him before.
Yeah.
Latin actually came in our chat and said something about it's called Room One or One Room, and it is don't whatever you do.
Yeah,
don't do it.
I watched the first episode of a show called Dress Up Darling, which is supposed to be like the big slice of life. A lot of fan service, so I understand where the hype came from.
Sure.
And then I watched, it's not all out yet, but I watched what's been released of the new Bel Air series.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
Okay, so I think the acting is mediocre.
Well, the original acting was mediocre. But...
Yeah, but like mediocre in a sitcom and mediocre in when you're trying to actually act, I think are two different things. So it's okay. I enjoy it enough to keep watching it. They do some general nods to the original show that I appreciated. So like the very first thing in the first episode, when the new Will wakes up, they're playing the J. Cole song, No Role Models. And so like, nice. Like the first line of that song is first things first, rest in peace, Uncle
Phil. Yeah.
So, but it starts at like, it goes first thing first, and then the show starts. And so I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. And then some of the dialogue choices are kind of funny. Like he'll be talking to someone and they'll be like, dude, what brought you to LA? And he's like, I got in a fight and my mom got scared. So she moved me out here with my uncle. And I was like, okay. So like, it's quirky. It's definitely different. I don't think if you haven't seen the original, maybe, but like not having OG Uncle Phil kind of sucks.
Yeah.
His character is a little different. All the characters are different, really. Like the first episode, Carlton just snorts a line of Xanax. And
that's wild.
Yeah, that's different. Joffrey is like not just a butler, but he's kind of like the Rip of the Banks household. Like he's the enforcer. Like he makes like things move in the dark. And like
hashtag not my Carlton.
Yeah, definitely not
Jeffrey.
Definitely, but I like Jeffrey more. Jazz is a better character. He's not just comedic relief.
That's good.
But yeah, I mean, it's worth it. Like if you've seen the original sitcom and you were a fan of the show, I would definitely say watch it.
I was gonna ask when you think of Jeffrey, this is what I always picture: cannons to the right of them, cannons to the left of them. Do you remember that episode where he did that like poetry thing?
Yes.
That's my favorite Jeffrey, favorite version.
Yeah. Like I said, it's not better than the original, obviously. I mean, the guy that's doing Will he doesn't have the same charisma as Will Smith did. But so that's a little more dramatic, but it's good.
Yeah. Do you expect cameos from Will Smith or what's Carlton's name?
Alfonso Ribeiro.
Yeah.
Maybe
some cameos. I think Will Smith is producing it.
Yeah, he's co-producing.
Okay.
So I'd be very surprised / disappointed if he wasn't somewhere in the show at some point.
Yeah.
But that's about all I got into. I was also it's Super Bowl week. We were all busy. So
yeah, it was a good one.
What about you? What'd you get into?
Honestly, I didn't get to a whole lot. Not everything I wanted to. Obviously, I was busy. Had a bunch of church stuff, had a bunch of work stuff going on. They put the new season of Disenchantment, and you know me with my cartoon,
Yeah.
Actually, the creator of Disenchantment is Matt Groening, who did a little show called The Simpsons, whatever.
Yeah, dude, but that show only had 36 seasons, so it's is it really popular?
Yeah. No, it's fantastic. I really like it. I watched a couple episodes of the Rick and Morty. They released it on HBO Max.
Yeah, I saw that.
I watched one episode of Euphoria. Actually, the last 2 days, my HBO Max has been kaput. I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna have to figure that out, or I won't get to any of Euphoria, and that's gonna break my heart.
Yeah, I can tell in your voice.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later. I watched the Princess Bride.
Yes.
And that movie was made in 1987. Mm-hmm. And I hadn't seen it in years. And it was kind of cool because I watched it with a bunch of people from church. And I had just learned, I guess. The main actors plays a main role in one of my favorite TV shows, Psych. So that was kind of cool. Pierre Despereaux.
Did you watch this at FHE?
Yeah.
Was it nice?
Yeah. It was like our little Valentine's Day thing. So it was cool. And then I watched Pretty in Pink, was the movie you gave me for the week. So I did get to that. And that movie, I'll talk about that too here in a little bit. So not a whole lot. I watched at the start of the week, I watched 3 or 4 episodes of Peacemaker because I thought that at episode 3 I was current, and I realized that there was 7 episodes. So I had to get current. And
the finale's today.
Yeah, so I'll be watching that.
Yeah, probably as soon as we get off.
When we get off, I'll probably watch it.
Still probably the best intro of any TV show.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
I've never skipped it once.
I saw a tweet that said, you keep asking me to skip the intro HBO, and I'm going to always say no.
I accidentally skipped it last week and then
Shame on you.
I rewound it.
Oh, good for you.
And watched it. So
yeah, I'll be interested in what the little green guy had to say about the butterflies.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just to see kind of what's going on there. But
yeah, he beat the shit out of those kids at the
gas station. He did. They deserved it though, bro.
Yeah, he's giving me a new love for Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Yeah, he likes them, and he likes beating people up, and he's a fun character.
He is a fun character.
I appreciate that. So, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, since we're already doing Peacemaker, you just want to roll through Euphoria real quick because it's probably the shortest part of the segment since you only watched an episode.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
So Euphoria been getting a lot of hype because I think season 2 is supposed to be wild. Supposed to be getting Zendaya a bunch of Emmy talk, I think, for next year. She's pretty impressive. The show itself, I don't think is for everyone. A lot of crazy content, a lot of things that don't actually happen in high school. I mean, I'm sure there are cases where it happens to someone in high school, but the frequency at which they happen in this high school seems a little over exaggerated, which is a part of the show. A lot of drug use, a lot of sex. I think the twists are pretty good. Like after episode 3, things that I thought were going to happen aren't happening, and like characters that are getting involved in things are not what I was expecting. So the twists get pretty good. I love the cinematics of it. Like there's some really clean shots of like moving pieces and how they splice things together and their use of color. Like the last episode I watched was at a carnival, and I really enjoyed the background music, the shot selection. But I think the most interesting part of the show is that the drug dealer, Fez, is probably the most wholehearted person in the show, which tells you a lot about the other characters you have to watch.
Yeah, so I actually agree with you on the cinematic thing. I've watched one episode, and I think the coolest shot that I got to see was she was high at the party, and the room like spun around, and she was like on the wall, then on the ceiling, but everybody else stayed. It was a really cool shot and extremely well done. So yeah, that was one of the few like things that I enjoyed about the show was how it was shot. So far the characters, man, when I watch these things, I try to at least see some like semblance of the high school experience, something authentic. And that just ain't it, Chief. I mean, I don't know what you were doing in high school, but I was doing zero of those things.
Not fentanyl. I was not doing that.
Yeah. So, there's just not cool. Not cool. It was also very depressing. Like, I hate Zendaya's character. Can't stand it. Absolutely can't stand it because her sister and that whole thing. I'll wait to unpack it further, but like I don't like her as a character. I think she's a great actress, and she's definitely the best actress in the show. Let's be clear, her performance is fantastic.
Yeah,
and she narrates the whole thing, so like it's really really cool how that's played out. It's just her actual character is somebody that I don't like.
Yeah, Rue's someone you have to have a lot of empathy for, and I think that you gain more of that through a couple episodes.
Sure.
The first episode's definitely very jarring. It is wild to say the least. So go into it with an open mind if you are going to watch it, because it's not going to be like anything you've probably ever watched. It's kind of like an adult Degrassi.
Yeah, it ain't for kids.
No.
Let's get that out there now. Don't watch it with your children. And watch it with your spouse, not your kids.
It's honestly something that like you should just watch alone. I don't think it's a show you watch with people, period. Like it's something you just need to unpack by yourself. So
although to be fair, with a title like Euphoria, I would have been really disappointed if the cinematics weren't on point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think my favorite scene so far was either in episode 3 or 4, but these two people are texting each other, but it's through like a dating app and they don't know who each other are. And so it like shows them in relation to each other while like meshing the scene.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain, but like once you see it happen, it's really sick. So whoever's doing the cinematography for the show knows what they're doing, but it's just the content. It's rough.
It is rough. That is true. So yeah, Euphoria. I'll catch up with you. I will.
Yeah.
Hopefully this week will be a little bit better for me as far as having actual real time.
Yeah, we can only hope.
Yeah. So what did you want to get to next? You want to do our movie of the week?
Yeah, we can do our movies of the week.
Okay.
I'll let you start since I kind of
cool. Had the privilege of watching Pretty in Pink, and actually, let me pull up the cast because I saw something amazing, and it needs to be discussed. He's one of my favorite actors, and it's mainly because I love the show, The Blacklist. Raymond Reddington, a young Raymond Reddington, is in this movie. Did you ever get into that show, Jarrett?
No. My parents liked it. I never did many
television shows.
Well, I mean, I won't say television shows, but I didn't do like primetime ABC, NBC, CBS shows.
Okay. So the cast for this movie is nuts. Molly Ringwald and most people know her from The Breakfast Club. John Cryer was Ducky. My boy James Spader was Steph, and this movie was okay. I didn't necessarily enjoy it, mostly because I hated Ducky. I'll say it.
Yeah,
Ducky gave off the creepiest stalker vibes, and they try to paint it in a light that's somehow adoring. But it's really bordering on obsessive, and it was very off-putting, and I didn't like it.
It's the 80s, baby.
So and she was perfectly okay with it, right? Which is what got to me. Like, she obviously would say, hey, we're not whatever. But it didn't stop him. And so one scene, I'm watching him get not put down, but rejected.
Yeah.
By Molly Ringwald. And the next scene, I'm watching him talk to her father about marrying her. And I'm sitting there going, what is this? What is this guy about? I don't understand. And somehow, and I had to look it up, because when I watch movies like that, I key in on a character I don't like, I've got to see how it ends.
Yeah.
So mid movie, I Google, does Ducky end up with
dude, why not just you're watching the movie? Why do
because
that?
I still had an hour left.
So
apparently in the original script, Ducky was supposed to end up with Molly at the prom. She was supposed to pick him or whatever instead of what's his name? Danny?
Yeah. I haven't seen that movie forever. So.
Yeah. Blaine. So
okay.
Obviously that's not how it happens. I would have literally stopped the movie.
No, dude, it's just
I would have stopped it. Because
persistence is important.
Let me tell you though, Blaine was that guy. And here's the thing. Another thing I didn't understand about the movie. Their situation was as follows. She was poor. Blaine was rich.
Yes.
They're from two different worlds. And Molly Ringwald's character was like, this will never work. He's far too rich for me. And the narrative doesn't make sense to me. You're in poverty, he's wealthy. It seems like it would work out for you.
Maybe it's just she doesn't think. Maybe when she says it won't work, she was thinking long term. They're too different.
No, she was so worried about what their respective friends would think, right? And so they go on their first date or whatever, and the first thing he wants to do is go to this party with a bunch of other wealthy kids, and she's like, I don't know about that, And so, but they go, and it's awful. It's absolutely awful. Right? They have a terrible.
Yeah, because rich people are assholes.
So then what they decide to do after that is go to where she would normally be on a free night, which was at this local bar or whatever, and Ducky was there. And he treated Blaine like trash, and they hated it, and they left. And like it was like the worst date ever. And at the end of it, he's like, if you could put me in a Turkish prison and I'll be happy as long as you're there. Like he didn't care. He didn't care where they were, only that they were together. And that's why I really liked Blaine as a character. He didn't care about money or no money or, he appreciated just being with her. Right.
Yeah.
And he didn't let what his friends say get to him. Right. Because Spader's character in this movie was awful. He was not a good guy.
Yeah. Most of those cast people aren't exactly the best people. Yeah.
So, yeah. But I mean, it was very 1980s. It was fine. I just not for me, not a movie I would particularly like. I think that's a movie for, when you're a teenager in the 90s, I think you identify with that a little bit more. Probably more so a teenage girl than guy. But, I'm and I've heard of this movie. Let's see what it got on here. It got a 6.8 out of 10 on IMDb, like 7 out of 10. Like that's really good. So it reviews very well. The acting was really good. Obviously, John Cryer, Molly Ringwald, James Spader, Harry Dean Stanton, people that had really successful careers and for a good reason. So the acting was pretty, and it was really cool seeing a young James Spader.
Yeah, I think a lot of people came out of the John Hughes Brat Pack kind of better off.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no, it was fine. Just maybe not for me. I can appreciate it from an acting standpoint because I thought they did a very good job. Very strong actors and actresses, obviously. So yeah, it was fine. I'd probably give it I wouldn't give it a 7 out of 10. 2.5 out of 5.
2.5.
Yeah, just not for me, man.
I respect it.
Strong acting. I thought the plot was kind of weak, but it was written for teenage girls.
Yeah.
So, anyways, you had 16 Candles.
Yeah, I had 16 Candles, which is John Hughes' first film. And kind of the Brat Pack starting era. Again, Molly Ringwald. See who else was in it. Paul Dooley, Justin Henry, Anthony Michael Hall, who I think you'll see again in Weird Science.
Yeah.
He was also in The Breakfast Club.
Yes.
And he was the best part of 16 Candles. And we don't actually know his name. He's just credited as Geek. And he's actually an important part of the movie. But he never
is uncredited.
He's just Geek. Like he's credited like in the credits, but there's not a name beside it.
Yeah, that's wild.
So I could definitely see the appeal. I thought this movie was really funny. There's a lot of iconic scenes that come out of it. Like it's been troped a bunch of times. Like she walks out of the church and then a car drives off, and then there's the guy she's been wanting to date all movie sitting in his like a red Corvette or whatever it was. And you see that played off in a bunch of rom-coms. The thing I wasn't expecting was kind of the subtle racism of Long Duck Dong and how every time he spoke, an Asian gong would just go off in the background. And I was like, dude, no way it happens all movie. And sure enough, the entire movie, I was like, you would get crucified.
Oh, yeah.
In 2022.
That doesn't play today, buddy.
Yeah.
Canceled.
Yeah. But like I said, I'm kind of the same as where you were. I don't think this movie was made for guys. It's definitely a love story. It's really funny. There's way more comedy in it than I was expecting. I forgot how wild 80s movies were. Like, again, it was just
Oh yeah.
Like you just do whatever you want, and
Yeah, it was a different time.
yeah, there's no blowback. There's no blowbacks to it. We were talking about like actors that were in it that we weren't expecting. There was one guy who literally was in the movie for like 4 minutes, and it was John Cusack.
Really?
Never actually had might have said 3 words the entire movie, but he was a part of like the Geeks.
No way.
Yeah, and I saw him getting pulled out of the trunk of a car, and I was like, "There's no way that's John Cusack." And sure enough,
it
sure
was.
was.
Bryce. It says it right here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I bet he looked like a baby too, didn't he?
Yeah, like 16 years old.
Wow.
Like
that's crazy.
Fresh babe. But I kind of knew what I was getting. I don't think it was as good as The Breakfast Club.
Yeah, that's like the pinnacle though of
yeah, I think that's the peak of the Brat Pack.
Yeah.
And I'll probably go through and try to watch more because there was some that I hadn't seen. Just to kind of round out my John Hughes 80s knowledge. But for a rom-com, I think 16 Candles was perfectly fine. I liked how it's just kind of like one of those misdirections where she's pining over a guy who, again, is rich and has the perfect girlfriend, and he doesn't love his girlfriend because she's superficial, and he's trying to date Molly Ringwald the entire movie, but they never can actually like link up until the end. Also, a super iconic scene where they're sitting on the table together and there's the cake with 16 candles on it.
Yeah, it's funny because last week you said, and as soon as you said it, I was like, I know what movie I'm giving Jarrett. You said that Lauren wanted to see more of the Brat Pack movies, and I immediately knew I was giving you this one if you didn't give it to me, because I actually thought you were going to give me 16 Candles, but
that's fair.
I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah. So, do you have a movie for me for next week?
Yeah, but I want to hear yours first.
Okay. 10 Things I Hate About You.
That was really fast. Can you say it slower? Like,
no,
I need to get Google out.
Because I'm ready.
Okay. All right. I want you to watch the one with Ryan Reynolds and Anne Hathaway. Oh, no, not Anne Hathaway.
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock. Thank you.
The Proposal.
That's the one. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
You know me so well.
Got it.
It was either going to be that one or the Jennifer Aniston and Gerard Butler one, and I can never remember it.
Oh yeah, that movie was bad though, so I'd much rather watch The Proposal.
Okay, good. Everybody loves Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, and it's got Betty White in it, so
of course. You're welcome. Rest in peace. Gone too soon.
Betty. Yeah, 100 years old.
99.
That's true. She didn't make it to 100.
Yep.
Well, anywho.
I could only think of the joke in my head. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I almost spit my whole drink out.
Yeah. I'm always up for a good Paul Walker joke, though.
Yeah, I know. So you got The Proposal, and you gave me, what was it again? 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah,
it's Matthew McConaughey and
no, that's How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. 10 Things I Hate About You has Heath Ledger in it.
Nice. Okay.
Yes,
I love it.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a play off of a Shakespeare, like Othello or Midsummer's Night's Dream,
sure,
something like that, but a retelling.
Yeah, I was just thinking about A Knight's Tale and whether or not that was a love story, and it really is.
It really is, dude. He went through a lot of hell.
Yeah, and that was the Canterbury Tales, right? So Geoffrey Chaucer, and anyways,
you see this circles back to A Knight's
Tale.
No,
not a sport. Being
a universal movie.
No,
you can use it for any category.
Anthony Lenekis, I need you for this ruling. Can you please just tell him no for the last time?
No, obviously not, dude. It was a good pick, but anyway. So the main topic of today.
Yes.
We have been blessed by the trailer gods with a ton of new movies / TV shows coming out here pretty soon. A bunch of them got spoiled at the Super Bowl. But we are going to go through, watch some trailers with you guys, give our opinions. And then what were we? You said you want to do a segment on if we think it's going to boom or bust. Is that what we were going to?
Yeah. So that was something I wanted to do. Was a boom or bust segment where we would basically say whether or not we think the movie's going to do well in the box office or not, okay, based on just the trailer.
So let's put a number on it.
Okay.
Are we going to say what are we considering a successful box office movie?
I would say successful probably in COVID season. Let's say 25 million week one. 25. I think $25 million week one is a good indicator of how a movie will fare later on.
Okay, I'm just going to look up Screen opening box office numbers.
Sure.
To see if 25 is a low ball or not. Okay, so Scream has made $173 million so far.
Yeah, but how much did it make in week one, though? If I had to guess, I'd probably say around 22 million.
Let me see. Opening was 30.
30 million? Okay.
Yeah.
Then I think 25.
I think 25 is fine week one.
Sure.
All right. So 25 week one. We are trying something new here. So
yes, and exciting. Oh, this is great.
All right. So let me get to it.
Also, I also want to say something. First of all, big shouts out to Matt Stafford, Aaron Donald. I know you guys are huge fans of the show. Congrats on your Super Bowl win.
Yeah, you guys. Matt, you deserve it.
You do. You do deserve it. And George is a Georgia guy. You're a Georgia guy. We're basically friends already.
Yeah.
So come on the show. Be a guest. The second thing I wanted to explain is why Dr. Evil and Austin Powers are sandwiching me in. And that's because during the Super Bowl, we got a commercial with Dr. Evil and his evil henchman and his son Scott and apparently grandson named Kyle. And it made me nostalgic, and I really want an Austin Powers 4. So this is me shooting my shot with the cinematic world, begging for Austin Powers 4, please.
Dude, I think the best part about the Super Bowl is every commercial was nostalgic.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. It's thematic though. It's topical. It's current. It's the thing that gets people watching. Even the halftime show was nostalgic. Eminem, 50 Cent, Snoop, Dre. It was
Kendrick. I don't know how he got roped in with all those dudes, but
yeah, because he's really not that old. I mean, his coming out was 09, 2010.
I was about to say
recent.
Humble was 4 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe.
Oh, I think it was 2012, man.
Oh, dude, don't tell me that.
Yeah, I think so. I hate it for you.
Am I that old?
I mean, we're 30 now. Yeah.
Yeah, but when you say it like that, it sounds bad.
Are you Googling it?
No, I'm pulling up.
Okay.
The first trailer.
I'm Googling it. Humble release date. Oh, no, you're right. It was, you're more correct. It's 2017.
I mean, that was 5 years ago.
Yeah, well, you said 4, so
I said 4 to 5.
Did you?
Yes.
It's in the VOD. I'll have my
proof. You will have the VOD. All right. First trailer, locked and loaded.
Yes.
Jurassic World Dominion.
I wanted to show them something that wasn't an illusion.
I love that.
Yeah.
Something that was real.
We love Chris Pratt, though.
Yeah, but the callback to the original, man, is just...
Something that they could see and touch. Creation is an act of sheer...
Little baby velociraptor?
Yeah, that's terrifying, though.
It is.
I don't care if they're friends with Chris Pratt or not. That's actually terrifying.
Find a way
if there's a phobia of getting attacked by velociraptors
We're here forever.
irrationally, that's probably one of mine.
We're never gonna see her again. That's our job.
Humans and dinosaurs can't coexist.
Yikes.
That's probably also up there on my fears of things that could happen to me.
Ellie Sattler.
Alan Grant.
That sound you just made. What was that?
It just takes me back. I love Jurassic Park.
Coming or what?
Oh yeah. That's beautiful.
We're racing toward the extinction of our species. We not only lack dominion over nature,
Oh yeah.
we're subordinate to it.
What's he gonna do with that baby knife? You know?
Come back.
Pray.
Like I'm gonna go fight this dinosaur right after I butter this toast.
That's another plane, right?
Not exactly.
You see, Chris, you know damn well that's not another plane.
There's no point in even asking. Oh, sick.
Don't move. Bigger. Why do they always have to go bigger?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's gonna be. Do I say now?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think most of these that we're doing today are 100%.
Boomers.
They're gonna boom.
So and first of all, the shots and trailers are supposed to take the best shots from the movie,
Yes.
throw them into a 3-minute clip, trailer, whatever, and it's supposed to make the movie look good, make you want to go watch it. But those shots I thought were insane.
Yes.
One with the big alligator thing coming out of the ocean.
Yeah, that would be
The duality of the dinosaur mouth over the water and her like kind of like in the
underwater
super cool shot. And then obviously the landscape shots were really cool. I love the Jurassic Park franchise. I know you're with me on that.
Yes.
Huge boom.
Yeah, I think it might have been. I don't know if the second one did, but I know Jurassic World was like the second or third. It's probably like fourth or fifth now, highest grossing films of all time.
Yeah.
I expect this one to be pretty big considering it's the finale.
I think it'll top them all. That's my prediction.
Yeah, and then I mean it's doing kind of what we've seen for the past couple years of bringing back legacy characters.
Yeah.
Like we get.
Then Jeff Goldblum was like, oh.
Yeah. Well, Jeff Goldblum was in the second one at like the end of it. He was
right
in trial or something. But I wasn't expecting to see Alan Grant and Ellie again.
Yeah.
And I've seen Jurassic Park probably 40 or 50 times. It's like got a score that like makes my hair stand up on my arms. I think that movie for sure. Definitely a top 10 all-time grossing movie.
Yeah, the original Jurassic Park is probably one of my favorite movies. And did we recently watch that in theaters? I feel like in the last
it's been in
year or two.
The last year or two. I think it might have been coming out of COVID when they didn't have a bunch of new movies to release. They were doing like classic movies.
Yes, and we went to the Jurassic Park one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that was sweet, by the way.
It was.
This is gonna sound weird from a guy that's not a huge like horror movie fan. I kind of enjoyed the jump scares that Jurassic Park brings because they're a little more fun.
You see, Are Jurassic Park movies scary?
That's the question.
Yeah, because like my mom used to not want me to watch them as a kid because she said it was so scary. But like I never saw them as horror-esque movies.
Well, I think they're intended to be kind of scary for children.
Yeah, I mean, I get the jump scares, but I mean, I guess I just never saw like they were just dinosaurs doing dinosaur things. Like, can I be upset with a velociraptor for doing what it was naturally intended to do?
I mean, I don't know how to answer that.
Because the answer is no.
Yeah, but as a child, you don't care what the velociraptor is supposed to do as long as it doesn't eat your face.
Yeah, but they're so cool.
That should be your only concern. They are cool, but they're really not cool when they're munching on your soul.
But they're not munching on my soul.
I'm just saying, but if you were in a position where your life was in danger by a velociraptor, you'd be like, I'm not mad at you. You're just doing what you're programmed to do. It's in your nature to eat me. Come on, have a bite.
I mean, maybe in my like second life I would.
Maybe.
But I mean, I get it. I just don't ever want to be in a position where I would have to fight a velociraptor.
Yeah, especially with a butter knife. It doesn't look like it's going to go that well.
Yeah, well, I don't know what they were fighting. That thing had wings.
It did have wings. It was like half velociraptor, half pterodactyl.
Yeah, which is
equally terrifying.
A flying velociraptor is way scarier than just a running velociraptor.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so what we got next? Jurassic Park, obvious boom. I think that's going to smash at the box office. I'm projecting. I'm going to say it, $500 million. I think that's going to be huge success.
500 million. Okay.
500 million total, not first week. Obviously.
Right. Oh yeah. No, if it did that first week, we would be in a different world.
Yeah.
All right. The next one.
Yep.
Also not going to be a surprise to anyone, but it's Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Every night, I dream the same dream.
I dreamed a dream.
Yeah, it's almost the same thing.
Les Mis, Doctor Strange.
The nightmare begins. I did what I had to do to protect our world.
You cannot control everything, Strange. You open.
Sam Raimi's the guy that did the first Spider-Man, or the first trilogy.
Oh, what?
Okay. Well, are you talking Tobey Maguire?
Tobey Maguire, yeah.
Sick.
Multiverse.
Viz had his theories. He believed it was dangerous.
He was right.
I'm sorry, Stephen. Your desecration of reality will not go unpunished.
We should tell him the truth.
You know who that was, right?
Wait. Go back. No. What?
We should tell him the truth.
No, it sounded like Gandalf.
Things just got out of hand.
Not quite.
You break the rules. Look out! To become a hero. I do it, I become the enemy. It doesn't seem fair.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be all boom. But no, the guy that says we should tell him the truth, that's Patrick Stewart from X-Men.
What?
Like OG.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Charles Xavier.
Yeah. I know who Patrick Stewart is. I'm asking you, what do you mean?
I think this movie makes all the other Marvel movies MCU canon.
That's fire.
Yeah.
So was it referenced in the What If series at all?
No, but in the poster we do get Captain Carter's shield and the Marvel zombies. So what if is canon to? Yeah, because we get Supreme Strange as well, obviously in the trailer. But the rumors for that movie are actually nuts. Like we're supposed to be getting a Tom Cruise as a Tony Stark variant. There's been rumors that we're going to see Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman again.
Ryan Reynolds, obviously, as Deadpool. Okay.
Yeah, I think there's rumors that we're supposed to be seeing a John Krasinski, Mr. Fantastic.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
So obviously,
I actually really like that.
Yeah. So like, obviously, the movie's a boom.
Can we get Jessica Alba as Invisigirl again?
Well, what I really want is Chris Evans to come out and everyone be like, "Oh, it's Captain America," but then him to be the Human Torch.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. I think we're supposed to be getting a Ben Affleck Daredevil.
See, that's so cool, man. What the Into the Spider-Verse, not Into the Spider-Verse, the
No Way Home.
No Way Home just opened up the door for and made all of this possible. And it's really exciting, now that there's, other dimensions in play, and there's an infinite number of different timelines and things like that. So it's really cool.
So my question for you.
Yeah.
Is this movie enticing enough to beat No Way Home? Or was No Way Home just like a different level?
No Way Home was lightning in a bottle, I think.
Okay.
Just Spider-Man, the franchise, essentially took 20 years to build that up.
Right.
From Tobey Maguire to Andrew Garfield to Tom Holland now. Something like that doesn't come around a lot. And all three were fairly popular, fairly successful. To a degree, you still had like super diehard Spider-Man fans that went and watched, and but just I don't think that will ever be duplicated to the extent that it was. But I do think it will be immensely popular, not just because it's a Marvel movie, but because of the possibilities that comes with the multiverse. And I think Benedict Cumberbatch is a huge selling point to a lot of people. I think a lot of people really love
he can do it all.
Cumberbatch. So
speaking of No Way Home, a big shout out to it passed Avatar this week.
Yeah.
Third highest grossing movie of all time. So
Dane said horror adjacent for sure. I believe he was talking about
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Agree.
Thank you, Dane. Much love.
All right, on to the next one.
Yeah, what do we got?
This is a comic book movie.
Okay.
But on the different side of... Is
this Morbius?
No.
Oh.
This is... Let me skip the ad before I put it on. This is Black Adam.
That's The Rock, right? Is The Rock playing Black Adam? Yeah, I haven't seen the trailer yet.
From DC. I don't think I've watched this trailer either.
Oh, sick. When did this come out? The 11th? Oh,
Super Bowl, I think.
Who are you under there? What are you hiding?
My son dreamt of a better world. That's why he saved me. You can
That's just the teaser trailer. I don't want just the teaser trailer.
We love Dwayne Johnson. Yes. Wait, are they all first look trailers? Yeah. We don't get the actual trailer yet, right?
We'll see on this one.
Hopefully his costume is better in this
I guess,
than it was in
I guess this is all we get from it.
Did you see the Black Adam's costume in the DC animated?
Of a better world.
It's awful.
Yeah.
You can go to any timeline, any universe. Why'd fight to save this one?
Yeah.
Be greater than a king. A hero.
I just got goosebumps.
If we don't stand up, no one will.
Come with us. There's a glorious world out there, waiting for you.
Are you in?
Okay. So let me ask you a question, because I know you've seen the DC movies. You've got your opinion on those. Do you think that these will warrant higher performances in the box office and or ratings?
Well, I think like even though they were bad, older DC movies still did good in the box office. So it's hard to like argue that they were money makers, right? Like Superman's going to make money. Batman movies are going to make money. Doesn't matter how bad they actually are.
Okay.
I think I'm much more excited for these films than I have been in previous. So I'm actually looking forward to The Batman, which comes out in March with Robert Pattinson. Looks a little darker, looks a little grittier.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they set us up with a consistent Batman. And even if they don't, maybe I like Robert Pattinson as an actor. I liked the first Aquaman. So Aquaman 2, I think, should be good. Wasn't the best movie, but it wasn't the worst. I like Ezra Miller as Flash. I think the Flash character can do a lot and set up a lot for them if they'll actually like build off their movies and not just making one-ofs. Like they have the possibility of having infinite timelines with the Flash existing. So if they'll go upon that, I'm all for it. I loved Shazam.
Okay.
I think Black Adam's going to be good. I saw Pierce Brosnan's going to be Dr. Fate, which I think is a sick character, the guy with the golden helmet. So I will be less skeptical of these movies going into them as I was older DC movies.
Yeah.
But they still have a lot to live up to.
Well, see, here's the thing, though, is I think that there's an understanding now. A bar's been set by Marvel, and I think that they understand where it's at. And based on the trailers that I've seen for the next few DC movies, they look pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'll be watching them, and especially having just seen the DC animated movie universe in the last, what was it, like 6 months ago?
Yeah.
Where I just binged like the entire storyline.
Yes.
It's exciting. So I have a little more knowledge now and a little more understanding of kind of what I'm supposed to be looking for. But yeah, we'll see. I'm hopeful, but I'm still wary. But until I watch that first one, I probably will be.
Yeah, I think the most disappointing thing for me in DC movies is that like they tried so hard to rush to catch up to Marvel.
Sure.
That if they would have just done the same 10-year game plan, like so what, you started your 10-year plan in 2020. That means your stuff is taking off in 2030. And like instead of wasting 5 or 6 years with trash projects you're not building upon, like your world hasn't even, like now we're starting to see some consistent characters, but like if you would have just paid your dues early, then in the late like 2028, 29, 30, you're right where Marvel was when Endgame hit.
Yeah, ideally though, and if it goes the way it could go, they could be doing it when there's not competition. Like Marvel could be maybe not putting out as much. But, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But
I think with Marvel, I think Multiverse of Madness is just going to be them shifting gears.
Really?
I think it's just going to be you thought we were done with Thanos, and then it's going to be like, no, Because I mean, it's a money making machine, and now they're just giving themselves the things to say like, okay, we can cast and recast characters whenever we want, and just call it a different universe.
Right.
So
yeah,
it's infinite money. Disney has infinite dollars.
I do want to see. Have they made a Dark Side?
Wait, see, he was supposed to be. So when Zack Snyder did the Justice League,
yeah,
it was supposed to be setting up for Dark Side, and then
right.
all of that got cut out.
See, because
so
if you want Dark Side,
well, everybody wants Dark Side. That's the titular villain,
right,
of DC. You know, it is their Galactus, I guess their version of Thanos, even if it's a bigger deal than Thanos was. And like, we got all their cool characters in shitty movies. Like Doomsday is the guy that killed Superman, and he's supposed to be one of the coolest bad guys ever. And we got a bastardized version of him.
Yeah.
And it sucks, because if they would have just taken their time and given us a good Doomsday, then it would have been sweet. Like, I haven't watched the Snyder cut of Justice League yet because I don't have 4.5 hours.
Yeah, I heard it's like 8 days long. So bring a lunchbox.
Yeah, so I need to. So I'm not going to speak on it because I haven't seen it. I've heard it was better and much improved, but it sucks that I'm going to watch 4 hours of a world that he was building, and then Warner Brothers just said, "Nah, we'll do something else instead." And it's just like,
we'll make Space Jam 2.
Yeah, or Wonder Woman 88.
Oh yeah,
which was awful. God, I hope they learned from Wonder Woman, because that movie was bad. Yeah. Let's see here. All right, the next one we got. It's not.
What I really want to see is a Teen Titans movie.
Yeah, they got the TV. They got the TV show.
Yeah, like real life.
Yeah.
Oh no way! I didn't know that.
It's on HBO Max.
Is it out?
Yeah, it's been out for like 2 or 3 seasons now.
Yikes! I was not aware of this.
Oh,
this movie.
So this is Nope.
Yeah.
You know that the very first assembly of photographs to create a motion picture was a 2-second clip of a black man on a horse? And that man is my great-great-grandfather.
Great.
There's another great-grandfather. But that's why back at the Haywood Ranch, as the only black-owned horse trainers in Hollywood, we like to say, since the moment pictures could move, we had skin in the game.
Now this is Jordan Peele, right?
Yeah. Is that Keke Palmer?
I think so.
She's a good actress. I like her.
Oh yeah. I guess if I'd have waited, I would have seen that. Somebody's full of himself, huh? Yeah, he said, "We'll see you."
Yeah, I think it's important to always pay attention to animals.
Yeah.
What's a bad miracle?
Wacky Wavy inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Not anymore.
Can you go back? That lady's face.
Yeah, she didn't have lips.
I just want to make sure I saw what I saw. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you saw.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna be about this.
Yeah, nah.
He gets it.
She does get it.
Oh, she just got yeeted. What's the point of all the wacky, wavy, inflatable, flailing tube man, dude? Like, did you see that? Like a field of them.
There are things that you have to understand going into Jordan Peele movies.
Okay.
They're not conventional.
Sure.
I think that movie will not make $25 million opening weekend.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a hot bust.
Now I could be wrong. Jordan Peele has a lot of appeal.
Yeah.
He gets, but I don't know if it's enough to like generate that kind of audience.
Sure.
I'm a little skeptical because his last movie, Us, I did not enjoy. It started out really good, and then it got super weird in like the last act.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it was necessary. And I'm afraid that's what's going to happen in this movie. Like we get a pretty cool horror movie at the start, and then it's just like government conspiracy for the last 45 minutes. And you're like, dude, where did this come from? Why are we here?
Sure. So just so you know, I think that's probably a good trailer to end on, as our stream on YouTube has been suspended. So
is it really?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So I think there's a time limit. We can watch a certain minute of clips from other stuff. So we'll have to figure out exactly what that is. But I had a really good time looking at trailers with you. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I think that was fun.
So we're gonna have to figure out what the rules are, because and honestly, if we'd have thought about it before,
yeah, that probably makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, we probably should have looked at rules, prior. But you know what? Whatever. We did our thing. We had
F the rules.
Yeah, rules are for rule followers, which we are not. We're rebels.
We live on the edge.
Bruh, Edge is my middle name, and Danger is my last name. Kevin Edge Danger. So
your last name's Shelton.
Well, don't tell everybody. You're just gonna put my whole federal out there for everybody to just know. Yeah, that's a good point. Nobody cares.
Well, and also like if you look at your screen,
yikes, there it is.
Your whole federal right there.
Yeah, so. That's better. You know what?
Yeah, I got my email.
Your email address is there, so
I ain't scared.
It's a little better than what I got.
I ain't scared.
Hey, can you make it to where my my address, social security, credit card information, and list of fears is on there? Is that a thing that you can put on my thing under my name? Okay. Hey, we're back on.
Are we back on? Did we survive the?
Yeah, but I am.
I'm not gonna push any more.
Yeah. Cool. We apologize, YouTube. We're sorry.
Yes.
And honestly, it was probably Dane probably told on us. Really, Dane.
That's true.
Or
maybe it was another narc we know.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
I digress. So we'll wrap it up there. It's late anyway.
Yeah.
I gotta watch Peacemaker. Big weekend in movies.
Yeah, what we watching?
Got Uncharted.
Ooh, little Tom Holland, little Marky Mark.
Which, from my understanding, it's a really good movie. If you're not a diehard fan of the game, if you are an Uncharted stan, you might not like it as much.
Yeah, but we outnumber them.
Yeah, I'm not an Uncharted stan. I played the games, but not enough for me to like.
I'm not invested.
Care.
Yeah.
We got The Dog,
but it's not canon. Oh, Channing Tate-Yum, dude.
Channing Tate-Yum.
Let's get it.
Yes. We got The Curse, which is
I don't care what it's about.
It's supposed to be a really good horror movie for you horror fans out there. And then I thought The Ambulance came out this week, but maybe
I think that's next week. I want to say I feel like it's the 27th, but I could be wrong. Or
it got pushed back. It got pushed back to April. So.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool
for us.
Works out.
Time. So a couple movies. I still need to see Death on the Nile. We were lazy this weekend. I went to an anime convention because I'm a weeb.
I was just busy with just all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's it.
That's all I got. But before we go, I'd like to say thank you to everybody for watching, for giving us your time, and we'll continue to keep doing this every week. We still love it. We're trying to get better. Hopefully, we're not in too much trouble with YouTube, and maybe we could do something like this again. That would be cool.
We're not monetized yet, so
yeah. We're not monetized. It shouldn't be a big deal. What I will say though is, if you want to get a hold of me and Jarrett, maybe get on the show for a hot little cameo. Reach out to us. If you know us directly, just send us a DM. If you don't, we're on Facebook at Silence Your Cell Phones under the subcategory of podcast. We are on Twitter at Silenced Phone, or if you just search Silence Your Cell Phones, there we are. We're on IG, also at Silence Your Cell Phones, and we have a Patreon. If you look up Silence Your Cell Phones, you'll see us, and we'll have different stuff on there from time to time. Which reminds me, Jared, I think we'll probably have our first video for members on there this week.
Yeah, we need to do that. I have less than a week to get a video together for.
Oh, that's huge.
The Schmodown.
We got to do that. That's got to be a thing.
So that is priority number one for me next week.
Perfect.
Is figuring out what I'm going to pitch to our Lord and Savior, Mark Ellis and Christian Harloff.
Yeah. So look, Anthony Lenekis, if you can, we'll come up with some options for a character that Jarrett can play, and we'll throw a poll up, and we'll see if we can get people to vote and try to help us pick what character Jarrett's going to be for his movie Trivia Schmodown.
I don't think I'm going to do a character.
Well, you gotta have a persona, man. Like,
yeah, I know, but I think I'm like, I don't think I can pull a character off. I'm not that good an actor.
Well, nope.
We'll say it.
I was gonna say, well, neither is Dennis Quaid, but
he's a better actor than I am, and I'm man enough to admit it.
Sure.
But
I think I can act, Jarrett.
I just need to.
I can coach you.
I don't need your coaching.
Look, I was in theater. I'm Professor Litzy.
Dude, I was
Christy Connolly. They taught me everything they know.
Did we not take theater together?
Did we?
Nah, I took it with a couple of baseball players though.
Well, if you did, you'd know I was the star pupil. So clearly we weren't the same.
I don't believe that, but see, I don't think I need a character. I just think I need to figure out what I need to emphasize and not emphasize.
Okay. Here's what I'm thinking.
Southern charm for sure.
Southern charm's fine.
They don't have a lot of Southern. They don't have a Southern presence on their show.
They don't have a Southern. Well, they got the John Roca, bro. He's the cowboy.
He's an outlaw. He's
not. He's in the South.
He retired though.
They do need a John Roca replacement.
They need another Southerner. The quota is available. They're -1.
They are. Here's what I'm thinking though. Hear me out. Matt Damon from Good Will Hunting. I want you to be from Boston.
No.
And I want you to be wicked smart so I can say, my boy's wicked smart.
You can still say that, but I can't be Boston all the time.
Yeah, you can look at him and go, you like apples?
What
I mean?
Yeah, you think like the people from Boston that they have on their show and say, "Oh, I'm wicked smart." They're like, "Yeah, that's authentic. He must be from Boston."
Yeah, park the car.
Park the car. Cabsy. Yeah, I'll just say lines from Jersey Shore.
Please don't.
I'll go get spray tanned as fuck.
GTL, bro.
Yeah.
Gym, tan, laundry.
See, but it's iconic enough for you to know.
Well,
Did I get it? It's a guilty
pleasure. I might have watched a couple episodes or
couple seasons, whatever.
Although, here's what I will say about that. It's completely irrelevant, guys. Well, we're getting to the end, I promise. The South Park episodes that Snooki was on.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. Everything South Park does is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's fair.
But, yeah, we'll talk more about what I'm doing in our Patreon video. So
yeah.
Join our Patreon.
Do that. It'll be a good time.
You'll have a lasting impact on my life.
All right. Well, if you're ready, I'm ready. Go ahead and sign us off,
All
buddy.
right. Thanks, everyone, for those who stopped in. Those of you who are watching. We love you guys. Till next week. And